Hi everyone, welcome. So your dishwasher's not draining properly? It's not draining at all? Most of the time they just slow down. They don't drain as well as they used to. We don't realize how much we need our dishwashers, especially if you have a big family. I mean, in our household, we put ours on every second day or so, but I'm sure some households maybe put theirs on at least every day, sometimes twice a day, depending on the size of your family. So when you go without a dishwasher, it's a big deal. Well, a lot of times it's an easy fix if your dishwasher's not draining properly, especially if your dishwasher is just not draining as well as it used to. It really depends how much standing water you have in the bottom. This one just gets a little bit of standing water in the bottom. I guess it could be worse in this situation. Yours might be worse. But in this video, I'm going to show you the two most common places to check for a blockage or a partial blockage, and how to clean it out, how to fix it up. So this is a Frigidaire dishwasher. It's about 8 years old. So we're gonna go ahead and have a look inside. There's two clips under there. I'll bring you in to get you a better look here. Okay, so we removed this. Now we just lift up on this and turn. And this pops out of here. Okay, so we just wanna make sure that these parts are clean. You can see there's some standing water down in here. Just lift up on this center part. This is a filter as well. You can see there's debris on that. Okay, now this is also a filter here that you lift up. You can use a sponge or whatever you need to do to get the water out of here. Okay, so once you get that done, then you want to just look down in here and around here and see if there's any obstructions. There isn't any visible ones to me. There are 3 screws, 1, 2, and 3. They're a Torx bit, I call them. This is a T20, and it's got like 5 or 6 different little ridges on it. I'm not sure the exact name of it, but because we got this all apart, we're gonna go ahead and take these out. So counterclockwise. You can use a drill for this too. I just, or a longer screwdriver. It'd be handy if this had a longer handle, but this is just one of those multi-bit ones. But this is getting it. Okay, so there's one there. Obviously you don't want to lose these. Okay, so that's the 3 of those out. Okay, now this should just pop up out of here. Okay, that's obviously going to need to be cleaned off. You can see there's some debris down in there. This is for your pump here. That should spin freely. Just check that for damage. This is like kind of like works like a check valve. So I'm going to vacuum this out because sometimes little bits get jammed down in here. So I want to take this ball out of here so that doesn't go in the vacuum. And then we can put it back together. Okay, this is inside the vacuum cleaner here. This was empty and clean before I started vacuuming. So I'm just seeing a little bit of food debris. And right here, this is a little piece of black plastic. I have no idea what it is. But that could have been getting into the impeller and causing it not to drain right. But I'm not 100% sure about that. Either way, we've got it all cleaned out now, so let's get it put back together. That's how it was. We're gonna take this and put it back right where the screw holes line up. And now we'll put our screws back in. Just get those started. Okay, now we just put everything back together. Yours might not go back together that easy. This one is pretty straightforward. And then last, there we go. Okay, now on to the next spot to check. Okay, another thing you want to check is your kitchen sink draining properly. So put that plug in there and fill that up with water and let it go. Okay, this side as well. They're draining really well. Not quite as good as they would if they were new drains. There's obviously a little bit of debris in the drains, but they're draining pretty well for how long these drains have been here. This drain line from the dishwasher comes, it ties in right here. That means that this line here is clear all the way down because it drained away nicely. So I have seen it before though, where this gets clogged right here at this inlet, because this is a very small inlet pipe here, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and place a container down underneath that like that, and we're going to undo this. You can use a nut driver or a flathead screwdriver. Sometimes these have a clamp that you have to squeeze with pliers. This is just a hose clamp. Okay, so you loosen that off counterclockwise so you can slide that up the pipe, and then you just want to twist on this. Takes a bit of force to get it off of there. Be careful not to break this. This is on here really snug. A lot of times it's a corrugated pipe that's translucent. You can kind of see through it a little bit. This is just a solid hose. Okay, there we go. Oh, look at that. That's going to be a good part of the reason why it's not draining right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, now I'm just going to take my flathead screwdriver here and I'm going to just push it down in there. Make sure that there's no debris left. And you can see how far that's going in. It's actually going into this drain, so should be cleared out now. You can always run your kitchen sink a little bit after you hook this up to flush any of that down that you got out of here. And we just want to clean that off of there. And this is what would be tied in if you have a food disposal unit or a garburator. It would be tied into the side, so you'd want to undo this hose clamp from that and check the inlet right there as well. Now, when these are new, they come with a plug that the plumber can put in here in case this isn't going to get used right away. So it's possible that there could be a plug in there that got left in, or inside your garburator there's a little knockout plug that could be in there still. Sometimes those knockouts in the carburetors, they'll just knock it and it'll go in part way. So the water can still get by, but then over time it will clog. But this was just food debris. So I'm just gonna look up in there with my flashlight. It looks completely clear up in the pipe. Put this back on. Just snug that up. There we go, that's good. Okay, so now that we've checked those areas, I'm gonna run it through a rinse cycle. Okay, so when that's done, I will fill you in on how it drained. Okay, there it is after it's gone through the rinse cycle. No standing water at all. I'm pretty sure that most of the blockage came from where it was tied in under the kitchen sink. That little piece of black plastic could have been part of the cause as well. We're guilty of not rinsing our dishes off enough, as you could tell by that debris in under the kitchen sink there. That could also be from a past kitchen sink drain blockage where the drain got cleaned out, but some of that debris had made it up into the Y fitting where the dishwasher drain tied on. But I'm sure a good part of that came from the dishwasher. So it's just a lesson that, you know, it definitely helps to give your plates and pots, cutlery, a quick rinse if they're caked in food, you know. Even though some of the commercials on TV show anything going in the dishwasher and they come out sparkling clean, well, that stuff goes down the drain. Best to rinse off your dishes a little bit before you put them into the dishwasher. Those two spots are the spots to check. Obviously, the first spot I checked, I went a little more in depth. You could just clean the filters and not take those screws out. You might want to start under the sink where the hose ties into your food disposal unit or into the kitchen sink drain. Start at that spot. Either way, we figured this one out. I hope yours is as easy as this one was. If not, then really you need to look at the age of your dishwasher. And if you have an old dishwasher and the dishwasher needs to be pulled out to do a repair, then maybe it's time to think about a new dishwasher, especially if you're hiring someone to come in and do it. Might be better off just to put a new dishwasher in. So that's something to look into. All right, well, I hope the video helped everyone, and thanks a lot for watching. Oh, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give the video a like if you haven't already. Thanks.